Hello and welcome to Bespoke Unit. In this video we are sitting here with Eladio Diaz, who is the master blender for Davidoff Cigars, as well as Klaas Kelner, who's going to help us translate some of these questions. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for being here today.
Mi nombre es Eladio Diaz, master blender de Davidoff desde el año 1988, que es cuando empieza Davidoff con Tabadom Holding.
His name is Eladio Diaz. He is the master blender for Davidoff, and he's been working with us since 1988, which is when Tabadom started working with Davidoff, more or less.
And then kind of the first question that leads on from that is, how did you learn to blend cigars?
¿Cómo usted aprendió a hacer blends para cigarros?
En realidad se va aprendiendo con el tiempo, paso a paso.
In reality, you start learning with time, and it's step by step.
En el año 1979,
In the year 1979,
yo manejaba la fábrica de tabacalera Cotasa.
he used to manage the factory of Tabacalera Cotasa.
Ahí hacíamos Pléyades,
He was making that brand, Pleiades,
Griffins.
Griffins.
Entonces con esas ligas empezamos a hacer los blends que me pedían los clientes. En el caso de Griffin, fue Bernard Grobet, que era el dueño del Club Griffin en Ginebra. Y empezó una marca con nosotros que se llama Griffins.
So these are the first blends that he actually started working with. And in the case of Griffins, it was with Bernard Grobet, who was the owner of the club of the elite in Europe, in Switzerland, and they were making a cigar for him at that time.
Perfect. Okay, and then can you tell us a little bit about his day-to-day life as a master blender here?
Don Eladio, ¿pudiera decirnos un poco de su día a día aquí en la fábrica?
El día a día mío es algo muy rutinario en realidad. Es visitar las fábricas, ver lo que están haciendo los tabaqueros, probar lo que están haciendo, ver cómo están los blends, si están bien ligados, si están bien hechos, los puros, y darle seguimiento a eso constantemente.
His day in the factory, he says that is very routine-like. He comes in, one of the first things that he does is he goes out into the factory and he looks at what the factory is doing that day, what the rollers are making. And not only is he looking at them and also checking their quality control, but it's also very important to try it. And he's constantly trying and tasting the different cigars and different samples from every single roller and checking up on them. ¿Algo más?
How is he keeping his palate clean and clear as he's tasting all these different blends?
¿Cómo usted mantiene su paladar limpio si está probando tantos diferentes tabacos?
Regularmente lo que se utiliza es agua mineral, agua con soda o galleta sin sal para limpiar el paladar.
So
Es sencillo.
Yeah, he says it's very simple. That normally he is just using mineral water, normal mineral water, and also crackers, not with salt, just normal simple crackers. And that's in between cigars. He's normally cleansing his palate that way.
Perfect. And then how many new blends is Mr. Diaz, trying to create per year, and is there a kind of certain success rate, or are there kind of aha moments that you educatedly stumble upon a blend that's going to ultimately be turned into a Davidoff cigar?
Él le pregunta a usted cuántos blends usted está haciendo cada año, y si es que solamente de vez en cuando hace un blend y es como que ajá, y encontré algo bueno aquí, o es haciendo muchos blends, haciendo muchas pruebas, y si hay un porcentaje de, vamos a decir, de que se rechaza, y cuánto porcentaje en verdad llega a ser un cigarro.
En realidad para nosotros es sencillo. Si Suiza necesita un puro específico, un cigarro específico, con líneas específicas de sabores, como tenemos el conocimiento de las 15 zonas que manejamos, para nosotros es sencillo, es como un chef, es elegir las hojas, acorde con la coordenada que nos mandan de Suiza.
So he's saying that for us it's very easy. If Switzerland, the headquarters, asks for a specific type of flavor, right, or gives us a guidance, we here know what each of these tobaccos in our inventory tastes like. So we have the ability to take tobaccos from different seeds and soils, and we know, like a chef, what each one of these ingredients tastes like. So it's very easy to create a blend more or less around the guidance of their notes and what they are expecting.
Liga al año, más o menos yo hago entre 20 a 25 ligas diferentes en el transcurso del mes.
He's saying that he is creating himself here in a month. He's doing about 20 to 25 blends a month. So almost one a day, or actually more than one a day working days, right?
Hay ligas que uno las sueña, que uno se la imagina, ¿no?
He says that there's some blends that you
Por ejemplo,
dream of, that you just imagine them and they just come up.
Sure.
Por ejemplo, as an example,
cuando yo iba para Ecuador el martes pasado,
when he was going to Ecuador just last Tuesday,
le mando la descripción de una liga al jefe de galera
he sent a blend
con un capote específico que me daba la nota de spice y andaba buscando esa combinación de elementos con ese capote específico. Automáticamente yo sé cuando ando buscando una nota normal, o sea que yo sé que me va a aportar. Entonces para mí es muy sencillo, pues yo conozco los elementos, gracias a Dios.
So he's saying,
No importa la procedencia.
so he's saying he was basically like almost boarding the plane, and he just sent a blend to the person in charge of creating his new blends, and basically he said, I want this specific binder because this binder gives a spice that I want to play around with. And basically he's saying that it's very easy for him because he knows what that binder does, and that he now wants to play around with it, and because he has this inspiration with using this specific ingredient.
Sure. And with these new blends, is there a standard vitola that you try the blend with, or does it depend on the leaf and the ingredients he's mixing together?
Él le pregunta si hay una vitola en específico que usted hace sus blends, o si normalmente siempre es variado, o si le gusta usar una vitola en específico para los blends nuevos.
Regularmente las pruebas, como yo lo hago la mayoría de las ligas con 7 elementos, 5 tripas y capote y capa, ando buscando siempre un diámetro entre 52 y 54, digamos.
So
Para que me dé el porcentaje y la combinación que yo ando buscando.
he says that he's working with normally, and this is more nowadays, right? This is 2018, 2019, right? In the past it was not like this. He says that he's working now with 7 elements. This is normal right now, and this is 7 ingredients, 7 different types of tobacco. So due to this, he wants to be able to play around with his ha pasado en todas las entrevistas. En todas las entrevistas.
Even the best pros in the world have a dash problem sometimes.
And he said that he has 7 elements, and because he wants to really be very precise with the percentages and the blend, he normally opts for bigger ring gauges. Un ring gauge de qué diámetro?
52, 54.
He's playing normally between ring gauges between 52 and 54 for his test blends.
Sure. And with these test blends, will he just try and narrow in on what he thinks is going to work immediately, or will he get, say, a middle blend and then a blend either side of it that has more or less of what he's trying to identify from that particular? So with the wrapper, for example, will he use one that's slightly younger or slightly older to see what's or different part of the plant? And again with the filler as well, does he? I'm trying to say, is it kind of you start one place and then you go from there, or do you have a couple of options? And how does the process work with, you know, the timeline and speediness of developing a well-balanced blend?
¿Qué tan preciso es usted cuando va o se imagina un blend? Y si es que hace uno y después hace como uno más suave, uno más fuerte, o solamente dice, ok, esta es la base y después vamos a jugar con esa base.
Regularmente siempre se hace un cigarro medio, no un cigarro que esté en el top. No es porque sea mi gusto predilecto, sino porque en realidad un puro, para que sea agradable, tiene que ser no invasivo.
Sí,
Primero, el cigarro tiene que estar equilibrado, balanceado. Si no tiene esas condiciones, no es un puro agradable para mi concepto.
So he's saying that for his concept, right? He normally starts somewhere in the middle in regards to strength and intensity. He doesn't start way too high or way too low. And then from there he can play around and with the elements. But with his concept, for a cigar to be enjoyable, it has to be balanced and it cannot be overpowering in any way. So being in the middle is a great way to start because it matches his concept, and then he can intensify or reduce accordingly. And it doesn't mean that he prefers medium bodied cigars. It does not mean that he prefers that. It's just a great starting point to then enhance or decrease, right?
And does he have a particular leaf or strain of tobacco that he particularly likes working with?
¿Hay algún tipo de tabaco que es su preferencia, una hoja que le encanta trabajar?
Nunca hay un tabaco predilecto. ¿Por qué? Porque hay tabacos que tienen su aportación o variedades que tienen su aportación particular dependiendo de la zona y la procedencia. Necesariamente puede ser un tabaco muy bueno, pero si lo carga demasiado ese tabaco específico, se pierde el equilibrio, se pierde balance. Entonces hay que jugar con los porcentajes necesariamente para lograr lo que le he dicho antes. Necesariamente un cigarro balanceado, que no sea invasivo, pero que sí tenga presencia, tenga personalidad. Para mí un cigarro es un amigo. Yo me siento a conversar con él, él se transmite con el humo. Yo entiendo lo que él me está diciendo. Es mi pasión. Yo lo vivo, lo siento. El cigarro es para mí mi pasión desde los 6 años y 9 meses que empecé en el tabaco.
So, I'm going to start a little bit backwards that answer. Sure. I want to try to transmit the passion that he just said.
Sure, I think we captured it a little
I
bit.
think he captured it on the camera. He says that cigars is his passion, that cigars is his friend, that cigars are balanced, and that he talks with it and he understands it. He understands each part of the cigar, right? And it's been his friend and it's been his passion since he was 6 years old and 9 months, you know, which is when he started working in tobacco.
Wow.
And
el próximo febrero 15 cumplo 59 años en el giro del tabaco y estoy aprendiendo.
The 15th of February, next month, he is gonna have 59 years in the world of tobacco, and he's still learning, he says.
Close to his diamond jubilee, 1 year off.
Los 70, los años de diamante. And he says that he does not have a preferred tobacco, that he honors every tobacco, he knows what every tobacco gives to the blend, and he understands that each tobacco brings something to the blend, but if you use one too much, it will overpower the blend, and not one tobacco can go alone. And that way, he explains that he needs to always consider every one of his tobaccos, every one of his friends, so that he can create a balanced cigar.
Perfect. And as he's been working for almost 59 years, how has he seen the industry change in that time, from maybe the farming practices, the amount of tobacco strains that are available, or if that's or even consumer trends during that time.
Y en estos 59 años, ¿cómo usted ha visto la industria cambiar? Si es tecnológicamente, culturalmente, innovaciones,
Sí.
en la finca o en la fábrica. En
Sí,
cualquier parte.
necesariamente ha habido bastantes innovaciones y evoluciones en el giro del tabaco.
There's been a lot of innovations and evolutions in the industry of tobacco.
Específicamente nosotros como Davidoff hemos creado muchas variedades que no la tiene nadie, creadas por nuestro genetista que es Manuel Peralta.
Specifically in Davidoff, for example, we have created a lot of new hybrids and a lot of new tobaccos that have been created that give different types of flavor profiles. Created by our master agronomist, Manuel Peralta.
And then,
Variedades que tienen 5, 6 cruces diferentes de tabacos, logrando un tabaco único que no se puede comparar con ningún tabaco externo a la compañía.
Some varieties that
Con
even
sabores increíblemente buenos que se pueden fumar solos.
varieties that sometimes have 5 or 6 crossings, you know, that takes many years to develop and that bring characteristics, personalities, and flavor profiles that are unprecedented and nobody has. And some of these tobaccos you can even smoke them alone and say, wow, this is great. You know, you don't need a blend for this.
Específicamente la capa que lleva el Davidoff Cigar
Specifically, the wrapper that
tiene 6
Davidoff
variedades
Cigar
cruzadas.
Davidoff Cigar wrapper has 6 crossings. We created.
and is that like
Es un sabor único y un aroma único.
It's a flavor and aroma that's unique.
Sure. And does the antithesis of that idea start with Eladio and he transmits that down to the agronomist and they create blends, or is it kind of more organic process?
Y esto de crear híbridos es muy orgánico, solamente ocurre con el tiempo, o es una idea específica que usted está buscando, un
No,
sabor,
no.
y cómo trabaja usted con Manuel Peralta.
No necesariamente trabajamos muy juntos.
You guys
O
work.
sea, la prueba que hace necesariamente yo tengo que ver las condiciones organolépticas que dan para hacer las combinaciones con esa capa y los otros elementos. Porque el cigarro no es solamente una capa específica, es un conjunto donde participan todos los elementos.
So he's obviously working really closely to Manuel Peralta, and he's creating many different types of hybrids and many different trials, but he has to go in there as well and taste each one of these tobaccos and taste the profile on the palate and also on the nose to see if it's something that they can work with and they can combine with other elements that we already have and create new blends.
And obviously that's if you're creating cross blends, and by the time you age tobacco, what's the longest it's taken for an idea to turn into a cigar that he's happy with?
¿Qué usted cree que es el tiempo más largo que ha pasado para convertir una idea de ustedes a un cigarro? ¿Cuál fue el blend que más tiempo le duró crear? Incluyendo semillas y todo eso, ¿verdad?
Más tiempo. No es que no lleva tanto tiempo, en realidad Peralta desarrolla una variedad específica y yo lo voy probando desde el campo y yo sé más o menos lo que me va a aportar después que el tabaco esté terminado.
Exacto.
Entonces para mí es mucho más fácil, como lo estoy probando desde el campo, qué me va a aportar cuando ya esté terminado y cómo lo voy a combinar. O sea, para nosotros es mucho más sencillo que para otras entidades, porque ya conocemos en realidad qué nos está aportando y qué combinaciones de elementos tiene esa variedad a desarrollarse. O sea, es muy sencillo para mí. Por ejemplo, el Davidoff 50 aniversario que estamos comercializando ahora, que es el Limited Edition 2006, esa liga yo me la soñé. Yo me levanté como a las 3:30 de la mañana en mi casa, porque estoy pensando en esos elementos que me están rodando en la cabeza. Me levanto y los plasmo en un papel y yo no, pero de aquí puede salir algo fabuloso. Entonces yo estoy pensando en qué capa, qué capote y qué elemento voy a utilizar. Son 7 tabacos. Eso fue el Limited Edition 2006 de Davidoff, para el centenario de Monsieur Davidoff. Yo me levanto y vengo aquí a trabajar a las 8 de la mañana y hago 10 cigarros yo mismo. Lo pruebo, no me gustó, lo voy a probar, hacerme un panel aquí. Le mando a Suiza 25 cigarros y a Suiza le encantó el cigarro. Ese Limited Edition fue uno de los que más se vendieron en toda la época de Davidoff. Se vendieron unos 400,000 cigarros, cuando una edición limitada regularmente son entre 80,000 a 100,000 cigarros. Y todavía ese cigarro lo siguen pidiendo. ¿Por qué? Porque es un cigarro con una condición organoléctrica tremenda.
So he says it's simpler than that. It's not so much about trying to work at a hybrid and thinking to the future in many, many, many years. For him, it starts at the moment that he can taste the tobacco, at the moment that he, after Peralta has worked on the hybrid and everything and created the seed, for him it starts at the moment that he can taste it from after the farm. And at that moment, with a couple of years in advance before the processes go through and the aging and the fermentation, he's already thinking about where he can use it in blends, right? But he comes and he explains the story of the limited edition 2006, which was made for the 100th anniversary of Zino Davidoff. That's a blend that he didn't think about for the future. It was a blend that one night he dreamt about it. He woke up, wrote down some notes, came to the factory at 8 o'clock in the morning, made him 10 cigars, tasted it, and then gave it around the factory, and everybody was, wow, this is a great cigar. And then he sent 25 cigars to Switzerland, and they loved it, and it became the limited edition 100th anniversary for Zino's anniversary.
Wow.
And it's the cigar it's one of the limited editions that has sold the most. At the time, it was sold over 400,000 cigars, where normally a limited edition we're making 80,000 to 100,000 for the whole world. That one, 400,000, and people are still asking for it. And so much that even this year, for our 50th anniversary, we released it. We re-released it, another 80,000 cigars for the world, and it wasn't enough. People are still asking for it. You know, it's one of those blends that just come up.
Sure.
You know, the good ones.
Yeah, just wake up in the middle of the night, and I keep a pad by my bedside to write ideas as well. That's great. Is this one of the blends he's most proud of, or are they like his children and he can't really decide?
¿Esta es una de las ligas que usted está más orgulloso de? ¿O es como sus hijos y no puedes elegir una liga sobre otra?
No tengo predilecto necesariamente.
He doesn't have a favorite one necessarily, he says.
Porque siempre estoy desarrollando cosas diferentes, entonces no puedo casarme con un cigarro específico o una liga específica.
Because he's always doing different blends, and he says that he doesn't want to get married to just one blend. Because it wouldn't be fair to the others.
That's great.
Aparte de ese cigarro, el oro blanco es un cigarro del cual yo me siento muy, muy orgulloso.
Besides that cigar, the Oro Blanco, the $500 cigar, is another cigar that he feels very, very proud of.
And kind of stepping a little bit back into his history, what's his fondest memory of working in tobacco?
Don Eladio, ¿cuál es su memoria más cerca a su corazón trabajando en el tabaco?
Klaas, toda mi vida yo he trabajado en tabaco. Desde que yo prácticamente estaba en pañales.
He says, Klaas, all my life I worked in tobacco. Since the moment practically I was in diapers.
Toda mi vida ha girado siempre en torno a la aromática hoja de tabaco. sea que memorables son todos los días, porque yo vivo esto, yo lo siento. Es mi pasión y ha sido mi pasión y será mi pasión toda la vida.
Memorable are all days. Why? Because he lives it, he breathes it. This is his passion. Tobacco has been his world. He revolves around tobacco. Tobacco revolves around him, and every single day is just as important as the next.
It's a great job to have, the passion.
A mí me pagan por algo que yo disfruto.
He gets paid for something that he enjoys.
Good for you. And then, does he have any future plans for Davidoff? I know we can't really discuss this cigar. He's gladly or very kindly shared a special blend we can't mention, but from his personal humidor in the office, and it's extremely good. But does he have any future plans with Davidoff, with blends coming up that he can discuss?
¿Usted tiene algún blend o algunos planes futuros con Davidoff que pueda mencionar para el futuro?
Ustedes están fumando ahora un puro que podría ser, según me dice Suiza, podría ser para el centenario de Messier Snyder.
You guys are enjoying right now, we're enjoying right now a cigar that Suiza considers could be released for the 100th anniversary of Dr. Schneider.
Okay, sneak preview. It's very good. I think it will be a success.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Which is good. And does Eladio want to have any closing thoughts? Is there anything that we may have missed that you would like to share?
Si quiere terminar con algunas últimas palabras, alguna idea que tal vez no hayamos mencionado que quieras dejar.
En realidad, yo quisiera mencionar y exhortar a las juventudes que están incursionando en el giro del cigarro, que están fumando, que están empezando a fumar, a que el cigarro no es un cigarrillo, el cigarro es algo totalmente diferente, es algo que no es un vicio, es una pasión, es un vivir totalmente diferente a lo que es fumar cigarrillo. Cigarrillo, usted es esclavo de un vicio. En el puro usted es dueño de un placer. Es una palabra que le estoy sustrayendo al papá de Klaas, que es su eslogan. En realidad, fumar un puro es vivir un estatus diferente, es otra cosa, es una dimensión totalmente diferente. Amen esto, disfrútenlo. Es su mejor amigo, el puro. Disfrútenlo ustedes.
I want to do subtitles on that. I hope I can get this half of what you just said. He wants to leave some final words to the new generation, the new cigar smokers, the younger generation, and he wants to explain to them and make it clear and transmit his love and his passion and let them know that this is not just smoking anything else, whether it be cigarettes or whatever else. Cigars is life. Cigars is a passion. Cigars is another mentality, another type of status. With cigarettes, he explains that, and he says that he's using my father's words, and that he also truly believes that with the cigarette, you are a slave to an addiction. I want to get this right. Con el cigarrillo, usted es esclavo de un vicio, y con el puro, usted es
dueño de un placer.
And with a cigar, you are the owner of a pleasure. So take it, live it, It's a passion, and like him. He did not say that. But I'm paraphrasing.
It's been amazing being able to talk to you one-on-one. Really appreciate the time that you've given us today. So thank you. Gracias. So with that being said, if you like this video, please press that like button and subscribe to the channel, as we've been in the Dominican Republic with Klaas's family and the large Davidoff family of 1,500 team members that we've seen here. So there'll be many more videos coming out. Please pop any comments or questions in the section below. And with all of that being said, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So thanks a lot. With all that being said, my name is Paul Anthony.
I'm Klaas Kelner.
Eladio Diaz.
And we'll see you next time. Well, Charles, Philippe and I really hope you enjoyed that video. Please also check out the full-length documentary of how Davidoff makes cigars.
And down here, there's a full playlist of our whole Dominican experience.